Gutierrez.
Here.
Thayer.
Here.
Wilson. Absent. Secord.
Here.
Townsend.
Here.
Miller. Here. Williams.
Here.
All are present, or we have a quorum, we have one absent.
Both, you're right, Wilson.
Hmm?
You're right, Wilson, Vice Chair Williams.
Yeah, well, I wasn't, everybody's not here.
Oh,
I
I thought
said
you
that.
snuck in.
We're both right. Sorry.
Adopting the agenda.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second. Motion been made and adopted to approve the agenda for the September 6th, 2016 meeting. Any questions, any changes? Anything at all? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion is carried.
Thank you. The other approval of the minutes for the August 3rd, 2016 regular meeting.
I move to approve the minutes from the August 6th.
Support.
Yeah, okay. Motion been made, supported to approve the minutes of August 3rd, 2016 regular meeting. Again, any questions, any changes?
Who seconded that? I'm sorry.
I did.
Okay.
Kelvin. Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion is carried.
Yes. Next, we have the public hearing on the Flint River Dike Special Assessment District rule. Motion. Open hearing.
I move to open the Flint River Dike public hearing.
Second. Motion been made and seconded to open the Flint River Dike public hearing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. At this point in time, anyone that'd like to speak in favor, come forward to the microphone.
Good evening, I'm Cheryl Hadsall, your County Commissioner. Great to be here. Thanks for allowing me to speak. First of all, I'd like to offer congratulations to each and every one of you on your re-election in the August primary. And good that you're keeping your board intact. So I congratulate you and wish you well in the next 4 years. We had a pretty fair turnout for our county-wide election. We re-elected our sheriff, as you probably know, and we did pass a 5-year millage for our public safety. So that will take care of our jail operation, and it will also take care of our road patrol. So we're good there for the next 5 years, and that was a good thing. We also re-elected a new commissioner. Amos O'Neill was elected. He's formerly a city council member, and he will be taking Mo Wood's place at our board. So that will be a great addition to our board. There's 3 or 4 more contested races for the November election. So we know we're gonna have at least 3 more new ones in November, which will be a huge thing for us. I've been on that board for like 12 or 13 years. We've never had 4 new ones, but we're going to. So it's going to be an interesting first part of the year. I kind of look forward to it, though. I do. Anyway, congratulations to each and every one of you. We did have some meetings in August, even though we take the month of July off. But some of the hot button issues that we're talking about at the county level is, of course, the #1 issue right now is the jail. And I'm sure you've read about that and heard about that. And I can't give you any answers because we still don't know. We're still working with a company that did an appraisal. We thought we were gonna build in the parking lot, and then this TRW building came up, so some of us have toured that great big huge building. And so now we're looking at cost effectiveness. What is gonna be the most cost-effective way for us to produce a new jail? Whether we build a new one in our parking lot next to the courthouse, or if we revamp the TRW building. And that will be decided at a meeting on the 22nd. So I would say probably maybe around by the end of the year, we'll be having some decisions made about our jail. We also have a new animal director that we've hired from Fairbanks, Alaska. We had a meeting with her today, and she's like hit the ground running. I asked her how she liked this weather, and she said it was 42 back at home for her today, but she's really making some great positive changes in our animal shelter. And I haven't been able to stand here for the last 4 or 5 years and tell you things are great at the animal shelter, because they haven't been. We've had some major issues there, major problems with the kennels, with the employees, and with the volunteers, but I really feel we have the right person in charge. She's only been there 5 short weeks, and she's making some monumental changes. She really is. So you're going to see some real positive things come from our animal shelter, and I'm really glad that we're maybe through the last 4 or 5 really rough years. And the last thing I want to talk about is our budget. We worked all summer on our budget. It's a $143 million budget. And of course, it's balanced because it has to, just like yours. And we'll be passing that budget on September 20th with very, very few changes in it. Nothing that's going to affect the people here in Bridgeport. At this time, we're not even raising any fees. We're just keeping everything exactly the way it has been for the last couple of years. So I look forward to making that vote on the 20th. And I'll be around for the end of the meeting if you have any questions for me. And thanks for letting me talk.
Okay.
Are you in favor?
Okay, I might have said public comments, public hearing was open, but
You
we'll
did
go
say
back to
public
the
comment.
public hearing now. Cheryl was
Sorry.
excited, she had to do some tell us about
Sorry.
anything else. So that's fine, Cheryl. We'll try again now for the public hearing on the Flint River Dike. Is there anyone that'd like to speak in favor?
Good evening. I'm David Meyer, and I'm the attorney for the Flint River Dike and Erosion Control Board. Our office prepared the original resolution that this board adopted, which called for setting a hearing date to establish the district, or actually reestablish it. The Flint River Dike project goes back to 1986, and most of the resolutions were adopted on right after we had some very heavy rainfall within the Saginaw area. Since then, I believe we're on the 3rd or possibly 4th renewal of the special assessment for the Flint River Dike project. And special assessments are derived from 4 townships: Bridgeport, Spalding, Albee, and Tama. All the townships are doing the same proceedings as you are here tonight. And I think in another 2 weeks, those hearings will all have been held. On August 3, you held a public hearing to establish the district. The district didn't change from 2006. And tonight, the purpose of the public hearing is to confirm the assessment roll. The assessment roll has changed. The properties that are on the roll have not changed. The amount of the assessment was raised for homes from $42 to $52 per year, and for acreage from $4.20 to $5.20. That's the first time that there's been an increase since 1996, as I understand. But that is the purpose of tonight's hearing. And following the hearing, I believe you should have in your packet a resolution. That resolution will confirm the assessment roll, which has already been prepared and was available before tonight. And following that, we'll be delivering those assessment rolls to the equalization department. Any questions from the board members?
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak in favor?
Good evening, and I'm John Spiro. I am Bridgeport's representative on the board. I serve at the pleasure of the board. As Dave has said, there are 4 townships represented on this board. The board members are Dale Furshaw, representing a member on the board at large. Dwayne Munson represents Tamath Township, and Dan Alderman represents Spalding Township. Our LB representative was not able to be here tonight. He's harvesting sugar beets. We have been delegated to try and contain the water within the banks of the Flint River. And that's what we've been doing since 1986. If there are any other questions, but that's our board.
Thank you. Hopefully this tractor is air conditioned. Anyone have any questions? Anyone else like to speak in favor? Anyone else like to speak in favor? One last time, anyone else like to speak in favor? Hearing none, is there anyone like to speak against? Anyone like to speak against? And the last time, anyone would like to speak against? Hearing none, the closed session, the public hearing is now closed. Okay, now we will open it up for public comment. Is there anything else you thought of, Cheryl? Feel
No,
free
I'm
to.
You said make it a short meeting.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. My name is Larry Ford. I'm with the Chamber of Commerce of Bridgeport and Birch Run. Once again, I appreciate an opportunity to speak to you this evening, just to sort of give you a heads up on some things that are coming along our way, which I think will be in the best interest of the business community and all of the citizenry of both Birch Run as well as Bridgeport. First, I want to remind you on September the 21st, we are going to host a lunch on us at the office down in Birch Run. It is going to be a webinar speaking to the issues that, way over my head, I hate to admit, but this whole business of social media and how it affects and impacts your business. And so it's a training session. We will gather at 11 o'clock. We will have a lunch starting at 11 o'clock, which is early, but the webinar starts at 11:30 and it will finish at 12:30. So if you're so inclined and you'd like to see how that's going to impact your business or your friend's business, or just in general the community, we would invite you to put that on your schedule. Next, I'd like to remind you on October the 19th at the Bavarian Senior Center, Senior Housing Unit. You remember a year or so ago, we invited you out for the ribbon cutting for their expansion. Well, once again, they're hosting this lunch on us, along with and in conjunction with the HAP organization. What we will be doing at this particular afternoon luncheon is offering shots, flu shots, for all those that attend. If your flu shot is covered by your insurance, of course, they will bill your insurance. If not, HAP organization will pay for the shot. So it's an opportunity for all that are so inclined to get that flu shot in readiness of what I hope will be a mild winter instead of a bad winter. Don't want to wish any bad luck on us. Hopefully that'll forestall this whole business of the oncoming flu season. And then finally, I want to bring to your attention our chairman of our board is Mr. Andy Sussy, as you well know. Andy is, as chairman of the board, he's volunteered to step up and represent Bridgeport and Birch Run in what we are now calling Real Men Wear Pink. Now, we all know what that means. This is an effort for cancer, breast cancer and/or all forms of cancer, but specifically breast cancer. He's hosting a get-together on the 13th at 8:30 in the morning at his dealership for coffee and donuts, and there'll be an explanation as to what the what the whole effort is all about and how we're in competition against like communities like ours. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we show up in mass form and we get some headline information that will be positive for both Bridgeport and Birch Run? So I will leave an invitation with all of you, and I would ask, one, that you make every effort to attend, and beyond that, if you have other friends and acquaintances, please be so kind as to invite them to come to this. I think we all could agree that either in our family or someone we know has been impacted with cancer in one form or another. This is a horrible disease, and we need to do everything we can to help stamp that out. And this effort is moving in that direction. So with that, I will conclude my remarks. However, I would ask one other thing. Mr. Chairman, my wife normally gets out of work at 9 o'clock. She called me and she's getting out at 7. So I beg your pardon. I hope you'll dismiss me so I can drive down to Flint and pick her up and have dinner with my wife tonight.
Oh, I suppose.
Do you need a motion for that?
Okay.
Well,
Now
again-
now I know why you sent me that email about wearing a pink shirt tonight to the meeting.
That's right. That's what it's about.
Okay.
This is the closest thing I've got to it, so I was gonna go to the store and buy a pink shirt tonight, and didn't get there in time.
I've got a couple more you should ask.
Have you? All right. I'll leave these with you. And again, I really hope that you'll make an effort to be there, and let's help stamp out this dread disease of cancer. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. He's a very straight man. Anyone else like to make public comment? Anyone else like to make public comment? One last time. Hearing none, public comment is now closed. Move on, unfinished business. We have the resolution R-1608 for the Flint River Dike Special Assessment District Goal.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution R-16-08, the Flint River Dike adoption and approval of the special assessment district roll in the amount of $19,287.32, made to defray the cost of maintenance and repair of dikes and erosion control structures along the Flint River.
Support.
Motion been made and supported to approve resolution R-16-08 on the Flint River Special Assessment District roll. Anyone have any questions? David, when you were talking before, if I recall correctly, there was like only 19 parcels in Bridgeport Township that fall under this.
Very small area compared to the other townships.
So it's just those parcels that are correct. Okay, thank you. Anyone else have any questions? You look like you're going to say something. Okay. Could we have a roll call, please?
Secord,
Yes.
Wilson, absent, Miller, yes, Gutierrez,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Thayer,
Yes.
Townsend,
Yes.
motion is carried.
Thank you. Next, we have the accounts payable.
I'll make a motion to approve checks number 60314 through 60536 in the amount of $440,859.70 as presented.
Second.
Motion been made and second to approve the checks, 60314 through 60536, the amount of $440,859.70. Any questions? Everyone had a chance to look over those? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Our board comments? Calvin?
No comments.
Jeff?
I just wanted to say a special thank you to Rose Flint, for always being so approachable and open, and I popped in on Thursday unannounced and unscheduled. And she's always so good about squeezing me in and answering all my questions, so thank you,
treat me that way.
Because you're always here.
Sorry. Ouch. Terrible.
No comment.
Jimmy?
Just, always thank the staff when they do a good job, and, Ron's pulled up a chair to a pretty big seat, and, I think he's done a really good job in everything that anybody's asked of him. He has, he's produced it, supplied it. Doesn't matter if, we had some discrepancies on some numbers a month ago, and Rose went to him, and within, I don't know, 20 minutes or half hour, Rose was back with me with an exact number. He's been real good about everything that he needed to get signed and audits, and thank you, Ron. I appreciate the job you're doing.
Yep. What's that?
Yes, sir.
Darlene?
No comment.
Rose, you?
My microphone's not working, so I talk loud. So can you hear me okay?
Yes.
What?
What? All right, I did not talk last month, so I have a couple things to go over, so just let me know. Okay. The Davis Park Canoe and Kayak Launch is complete. They have everything installed back there, so if anybody wants to take a look at it, it's awesome. So Hoffman site will come next year, and people will be able to go on our river much easier than what they can today. So also the drain project in Southfield Village is coming along. They put the second layer of asphalt down, curbing and gutters are all done, and it looks really, really nice. So we've also hired American Maintenance and Cleaning Services to clean our building. They'll start either Friday night or Saturday this week, and then they'll do that weekly for us. So we've gone through a couple different places, and so we're hoping they work out really good. Fire department on-call volunteer, we're still looking for on-call guys. We had another gentleman leave, moving to a different district, so we definitely need people. Fort Road Railroad Crossing was scheduled for next year. And I just got word this weekend that they are going to be working on that this Thursday, and they're gonna reconstruct that railroad crossing. So they will have detours, so we'll have to take the long way around and come into Bridgeport, probably Curtis to Dixie or Dick Sheridan and so forth. So that'll be coming out. So excited about that. Washington Road crossing is scheduled for next year still. Town Line Road, the paving project is complete from Pettit to Blackmar, so that ends our Town Line Road reconstruction project that we started years back, and we were doing stretches at a time, so that's looking really good. 2017 budgets, worked with Ron, met with the department heads for the general fund budget, and we've sat down and started that process. Next month, we'll come back with probably the DDA budget, that's not part of the general fund, and we'll ask for approval on that, and the following month, we'll start proceeding with our board meetings with our budgets, so just so you're aware of that. I did announce at one time that Kroger's was being sold through an auction, and I did share that with the board through an email, but I also wanted to state it for the public that is here. I had made a comment before. I was informed that Kroger's was sold through an auction, and I was just informed that that did not happen and they are not sold. So I just want to put that out there and just clarify something that I had spoke about before. Wastewater starting land application next week, so our farmers will be happy about that and excited. And then also I want to congratulate Dan Billingsley. He's our wastewater superintendent, and he's here tonight. And he received the Michigan Water Environment Association Shepherd Award this past summer. And that's an honor, and that's for 20 years of membership in the association. So just want to say congratulations publicly to him. Interviews have been conducted for the part-time DPW position. Nick had left our employment here, and we put that out there. We ran background check. All we have to do is send the individual for a physical. If that comes out, we'll plan on hiring him. That's been offered to him, contingent on his physical. Health delivery, Kelvin, his wife, and I represented Bridgeport Township and went to their open house. Phenomenal. Learned a lot of information down there. They don't turn anybody away from medical, behavioral, and dental care. They service more than 45,000 people annually. And they just want to put the word out there and get people to know that they're there to work with people that are insured or not insured. And their facilities, it's just great. It's great. So I want to share that. Agnew Construction will begin their sidewalk project by the end of this week, that they're still on that schedule. So we're moving along with that. Halloween falls on a Monday this year. We always do Halloween on the day that it's celebrated. So we're looking at 6 to 8. Hoping for your blessing on that, because I already told somebody we would do that. So hopefully you guys are good with that, yes?
I'll think about it.
The police department has reported multiple break-ins over the Labor Day weekend with cars that are not locked, so just a reminder, if anybody sees anything, don't hesitate to call 911. Sometimes people don't want to do that, and it's just a phone call away to let them know and get our guys out there. We have discovered that alongside of the back part of the governmental center building, back by the police department, the brick is starting to separate. There's a large gap and it's kind of coming down. So with your guys' blessing, I want to contact an engineering firm, actually the one that we use for doing a structural engineer assessment that we use for the fire department, which is Schneider and Staley Engineers. They came in at the lower cost. At that point, I'd like to just have your blessing to use them, contact them, and just have them give an opinion. I believe it cost about $500 for the fire department when they had theirs done. So I did not put that in the board packet or the agenda to make a motion on that. I just figured I'd just, if you're okay with it, contact them and have them come out and just give me a cost on what they think. Guys, good? Okay, I know I'm going a little off on that. The rock down on North End is beautiful for anybody that's not gone down the Dixie Highway to the north end of our township, at the corner or the spot where BB comes and Bridgeport together. It's awesome. We have the rock down there. DDA, McNally Foundation is funding that rock. And that project basically, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's not done yet as far as the grass, but the irrigation, we're working on that. And wait till you see it. It's a 19,000-ton rock sitting out there. I just also want to say the open house, almost forgot about that. Fire department is having their open house for 75 years, and that is Saturday, September 24th from 11 to 3. So they'll have hot dogs, kids stuff, a lot of activities going on. So hoping the public will come and help share that celebration and maybe acknowledge our guys that get up all hours of the night and leave their jobs during the day and so forth to go out and help our people to service them. And then the only other thing I want to say is just that I'm really proud of where our township is. We've got everything going, the remodeling of Rite Aid and Taco Bell and Arby's and our canoe launch and our rock and eventually down by the bridge. We just have so much going and everybody's working together as a team. Every band's crew. One person wasn't scheduled to work one day, somebody else just hops in the van and they're out there and they're helping. It's all paid by the DDA, so just in case you have any interest on that, we've had a comment about, watering flowers in Bridgeport Township. It's the DDA, and they're keeping our community looking good, enticing business growth and development in Bridgeport and our people. So it's a good thing that we have going, and I'm just proud of Bridgeport. So I just want to say that. Now I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. But we did walk down and see the canoe launch, and it is really, really impressive. It's mainly aluminum, and then when you get out to the end of it, there's some rollers where a handicap could, with a wheelchair, whatever the case may be, and then get put into a kayak or whatever the case may be. And then there's the rollers, and they can just push right off. It's really cool. Very nice job. Of course, we're still working on the one at the Cass River, where it crosses Dixie Highway. Hopefully by next year we get that put in. So with that, I don't have anything else to add. Any motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion been made, supported to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.